Here's a lesson of storytelling and of life. I could say you should never judge by appearances, and you probably nod and say, fair point, I shouldn't. But will you remember that lesson? I somehow doubt it. Such a bland statement was hardly powerful and memorable, was it? So how about I tell you a story instead? A story about how you shouldn't judge by appearances. Look at me. Go on, look. Now think for a moment. What do you assume? I'm a middle-aged, middle-class white guy. I lead a course at the renowned University of Cambridge. I've written a book for its publishing arm, and I'm a senior research associate at one of the university's historic colleges. I used to be on television for BBC News. I run my own business, communication consultancy. So what do you imagine my backstory is? Well, I'm guessing you think my parents were well off. Maybe they were big in business, high-powered executives, perhaps government ministers or doctors. And what about my education? Well, private school, obviously. Maybe one of the best, perhaps Eton College, Harrow, or Charterhouse. Do you quietly suspect I haven't had to work much for my success? That all I've achieved in life was pretty much handed to me on a plate because of the fortune of my upbringing? Well, if so, I would understand that. But, you'd be wrong. Very wrong, in fact. Prepare for a surprise. My parents were newsagents. They got up at 4 in the morning and worked through until 6 o'clock at night. We didn't have much. In fact, one of my most poignant childhood memories was watching them count coins from a jar to see if we had enough money to get through Christmas. If I wanted something, I had to work for it. I did a newspaper round to buy a bicycle. £3 a week I got paid. £3 for getting up at 6 a.m. and going out in all weathers. My school was a standard, state comprehensive, in a rundown seaside town. The deprivation measures were high. I worked through university to have enough money to keep on studying. I picked tomatoes in the vast greenhouses on the Sussex coast, then packed them for delivery. The hours were long, the work was hot and hard, and so it's gone on. All I've achieved in life, I have worked for. No old school friends, no network of prominent people, no riches in the bank to help me on the way. So, look at me again. What do you see now? Privilege or a lifetime of hard work and persistence? That's the importance of not judging by appearances. And finally and critically for our point here, that's the importance of storytelling. Because what will you remember? My bland statement that you should never judge by appearances, or my story?